loners, drifters, men bent on vengeance, laconic in manner, economical in gesture, slow to anger, but deadly when provoked, each man an endlessly reflecting mirror image of the other, all played with stoic gravitas by Randolph Scott, a long-time marquee name then in the twilight of his career, in a remarkable and influential series of B-westerns made in the late 1950s that have come to be known, somewhat misleadingly, as the Ranown cycle, so called for the production partnership of star Scott and producer Harry Joe Brown. As generally defined by critics and scholars, the Ranown cycle encompasses 6 films. 7 Men From Now, 1956, made under the auspices of John Wayne's Batjack Productions and released by Warner Brothers, and 5 Columbia Pictures entries, The Tall T and Decision at Sundown, both 1957, Buchanan Rides Alone, 1958, Ride Lonesome, 1959, and Comanche Station, 1960. Directed by Bud Boetticher and largely written by Burt Kennedy, the films recast the traditional Western in a sparsely populated existential landscape suited to the atomic times, at once tied to the classical tradition that preceded them and anticipating the genre disruptions of the 60s and 70s. Boetticher's reputation as a journeyman director was greatly enhanced among European auteurs for this handful of efficient, unpretentious pictures made with a regular circle of collaborators. The Ranown films, observed British critic Mike Dibb, marked one of those rare moments when the right group of people managed to come together at the right time and place. The ground rules were set, but, exploiting rather than resisting the limitations, Bud and Company found an unusual degree of harmony and freedom. Together they achieved something utterly unique for Westerns of the time. Using a word frequently employed to describe the Ranown aesthetic, Seattle Times film critic and writer Sean Axmaker, whose interviews with Boetticher from 1988 to 1992 comprise an invaluable record of the director's modus operandi, singles out the quality of grace that permeates these films, not merely a visual style, but a respect for the friendships that can never be, and the world that hammers characters on the anvil of the terrain.